in the Torah, Canaan is listed as one of the sons of Ham. But this is
Right.
also not true. You understand? This that was interjected. Canaan is actually not of the seed of Ham at all, right? Canaan was the seed of Cain prior to the flood. Remember, Canaan was on the ark of the ark of Noah, Noah's ark. But he wasn't on there as one of Ham, Shem, and Japheth's son. He was on there as a son of Noah.
Is that Tubal Canaan?
Not Tubal Cain. We're talking about Canaan, right? Before the flood, right? When you read the ancient grandmothers, right? There was all these children of Cain that Noah was like what you would call like a person who ran like an orphanage. He took many children under his wing. And I'm talking about little children like babies, because he knew they was all going to die in the flood because they were wicked. But Noah had compassion on them because he knew that they was children. They didn't know any better. He took these two children on the under his wing as his own children, a guy by the name of Gadal and a girl by the name of Dala. These were two Canaanites before the flood that bear the mark and everything. And they got together and got married, and they gave birth to a son whose name was Canaan. And Canaan was on the ark with Noah as his son, as his adopted son. You can read about this in the Quran. You can read about this in the ancient grandmothers. There's other sources I won't mention right now, but I got it documented. But Canaanites, right, are actually cursed to bear the mark of Cain. And Ham.
So that would explain. I'm sorry. So that would explain why, when Ham did something that pissed Noah off, I always had the question, well, why would he curse Canaan?
And the Canaanite curse, right, which happened way back with Cain himself when he killed Abel. He was supposed to bear the mark of leprosy for 7 generations, right? But what happened? Cain told the Most High, my punishment is too much great. I can't bear this. And the Most High told Cain, whoever slays you, Cain, whoever kills you, I'm going to take vengeance on them. I'm paraphrasing, but I don't know, like sevenfold or something like that. Basically, unto all generations. And what happened? You can read about this in Jasher. You can read about this in the book of Adam and Eve. Lamech, who was the 7th generation from Cain, not Noah's father Lamech, but the other Lamech, right? The 7th generation from Cain rose up and he killed his father. Lamech killed Cain. So now, you mentioned Naamah earlier as the wife of Noah. Naamah was supposed to be born melanated, but because Lamech killed Cain, now the curse of leprosy would be unto all generations. So they were supposed to go back to being normal after 7 generations, but because they killed Cain, now they had to go, they had to be leprous unto all generations. And so Noah, who was walking around looking like one of them, remember Noah was leprous, but not
he was leprous. That's right.
By
That's
temptation.
Right. That's
Noah
right.
And his leprous wife, she was leprous, right? Which
Yep.
was Naamah, right? They took on these children before the flood. And Canaan was one of them. You can read about that in the Quran. You can read about that in the ancient grandmothers. I ain't got time for it anyway. But I'll put some more notes. That's 2 sources on that. And so now, fast forward after the flood, Noah cursed Ham because Ham saw him naked, and he also stole those garments, right? They ended up in the hands of Nimrod later. But he said, cursed be Canaan, because Canaan not only bore the mark even at that moment, just like Noah did. Noah bore the mark, but Noah was different. He was kind of born that way. His children weren't. All of Noah's children are melanated. Ham, Shem, and Japheth. 100%
Right.
melanated. Don't forget, Japheth means beautiful. Ain't nobody with the name beautiful walking around bearing the mark of death, or the mark of the slave, or the mark of the murderer. You dig what I'm saying? That's not a beautiful trait at all, right? So he curses Canaan instead of cursing Ham. But he actually cursed Ham too. He cursed Ham. But Canaan got cursed again later on by Noah when he took the land of, well, we call it the land of Canaan, but it's, the land of Shem.
Right.
He got cursed after the Tower of Babel to be a slave to the whole world. And you read about that in Genesis chapter 1. He will be a slave. Now, the mark of the murderer has been changed by Noah himself to being the mark of the slave.
So
That's
can we?
the curse of Canaan you read about in Genesis chapter 9.